When I was younger, I would always see conversations with people who were, older than I was at the time. And they would really be unsure of how old people were who were younger than them. So they would ask, for example, when I was in high school and working at Circuit City, an older couple I sold a laptop to thought that I was already like in my late 20s, for example. And you always come across these instances. And I always thought, that's never going to happen to me. How could these people not realize, not be able to just estimate, at least within 5 years, how old someone is? And I find, Lewis, that now it's actually happening to me. Over the weekend, I was back in Massachusetts, and I was introduced to first someone else who was babysitting for someone I know, right? And I walk in and I say, "Oh, nice to meet you." And I say, "This is probably like a 14 or 15-year-old. I mean, it seems like this is a kid," only to find out it was a senior in college, in undergraduate. It was a 22-year-old. And after I was completely blown away by that, the next day I'm introduced to someone who's been babysitting my little sister. And I assume, oh, based on the way they're talking and their clothing and their appearance, this is definitely like a college junior or senior. And it turns out that it was a 14-year-old girl, Lewis. So I don't know if this is happening to you, but is this because we're getting old now that I can't tell how old people are?
Well, you're always going to run into people who look a lot younger than they are or who look a lot older than they are.
Yeah.
So I guess this could have been two of those situations that just hit you in close proximity. But I don't know. I mean, I check IDs all the time. So I am frequently finding that I am mistaking people's ages when I look at their IDs.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's only started happening to me in the last couple of years. Although I do remember there was one time, for some reason this sticks in my mind, where I was 21 and I was out somewhere, 21 or 22, and I was out somewhere on New Year's Eve, and I was introduced to two women who I thought were about my age, and it casually comes up that one of them was 38 years old. And at the time, I was so shocked. Everybody I was hanging out with was shocked, where we asked to see their IDs, and case in point, they were 37 and 38 years old. And since then, I was able to avoid these just embarrassing incongruencies in terms of how old people look and how old they are. Maybe this is just what happens once you turn 30. You can't tell the difference between a 12-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 22-year-old. I don't know. It's scary stuff.
Well, we do know that your eyes are probably going to get worse over time. So maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah, but I mean, with my contacts, I have 20/20 vision right now, so I don't know that that's exactly what's going on.